What's going on, guys? So today we have a pretty exciting update on Five Nights at Candy's. So he kind of updated the game. As you can see, he wrote quite a lot. I've read through it, and basically he just kind of, I'm going to break it down for you guys because there's a lot to read here. But he basically said, there was a lot of work that went into Five Nights at Candy's. He tried going on vacation, and he has school and such, an internship. There's a lot of stuff that he has going on in his life right now that he wasn't sure if he wanted to make a second game. Also, the fact that Five Nights at Freddy's, the series, was kind of dying out, but then he got a little bit more hope because Five Nights at Freddy's World came out, or got announced, and Scott's working on the October DLC, of course. And Scott's going to be making more horror games after Five Nights at Freddy's, so there's still a lot, and that kind of made him want to make another game. But anyways, we're actually going to start off from the bottom here. He says, so what does this mean? Recently, I came up with new mechanics that I really like, and I let my imagination run loose. And I redesigned some characters and such, and now I'm pretty confident that I can make a game. So basically, Five Nights at Candy's 2 is happening, but I'm still on the planning stage as of right now. And I have no idea how long it will take me to make the game. Five Nights at Candy's 2 still has a chance of being canceled, but that would only happen if the mechanics I came up with absolutely can't function together or I lose the ambition. But know that Five Nights at Candy's 2 is a possibility now. So, the biggest news in this little video here is the fact that, Five Nights at Candy's 2 basically got announced, and he has, I guess, some new mechanic, because some points in this, what he wrote here, he was talking about how, Scott always came up with these new mechanics, and there were so many fan games out at the moment that, all the mechanics that he could think of were already used in other games, and he wanted to make up something, original. So, he was talking about how it was crazy that Scott, when Five Nights at Freddy's 4 came out, he came up with this new mechanic. Instead of cameras, just a simple walking to the door and walking back to the bed, it saved a bunch of time, and it still, kept that Five Nights at Freddy's feel to it. So, what he's saying here is he wants to think of something new for Five Nights at Candy's. He wants a new sort of mechanic to go along with the game, along with new characters. So he doesn't want it to be like every other Five Nights at Freddy's game out there. He wanted his to be original. So what I'm thinking here is, I'm pretty hyped because, he clearly, just by reading this, you could tell that he's not going to make a crappy fan game. He takes his time on these games, and he's thinking of ways to make the game better. That seems to be what he's always doing. He's always trying to think of a way to make the game better. And from what I'm hearing, he's going to try to make it better this time with some new mechanics, characters, and such and such. So I'm pretty excited, though, and I feel like it took him 3 months, which kind of surprised me, to make the first game. It probably means we're going to be in the second game. Hopefully, I would say 5 months. I don't know. Because you figure he wants to get it out by October, probably not October, but what am I saying? Before Five Nights at Freddy's World comes out, which is 2016. Because after that, who knows what's going to happen. So I'm thinking we're probably going to be getting a 2016 release of Five Nights at Candy's 2. Just because, like I said, the 3-month release time it took him for the other one, and the fact that he's probably going to try to get it out before Five Nights at Freddy's World comes out. Anyways, though, that's it for today's video. What do you guys think of Five Nights at Candy's 2 being announced? I'm pretty hyped for it because, as you guys all know, Five Nights at Candy's 1 was an insanely good game. I enjoyed it a lot. The only unfortunate thing was it kind of came out around the same time that Five Nights at Freddy's 4 came out. So I didn't get to finish it on the channel, but I mean, I love the character designs. We all know, we've all seen this, animatronic on the internet and stuff like that, and it's really cool that he was able to make these into actual characters and, have their own, unique playstyle and stuff like that. It's really cool. But anyways, like I said before, tell me your thing in the comment section down below. Are you guys going to be downloading Five Nights at Candy's 2? If you guys are hyped for the game, make sure you hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.